Now we move on to part B, engage in discussion. You will now discuss a topic with each other. This must include indicating your views, asking each other at least one different question, and answering each other's questions. The topic is small local shops. In Britain, many people like to go shopping in large shops outside town centres. A community group wants ideas on how to encourage people to use small local shops in your area. Together, you are to give some details about the last time you went shopping. Discuss some ways to encourage people to use small local shops in your area. Discuss your ideas and put forward your suggestions to the community group. Agree on 1 or 2 suggestions on how to encourage people to use the small local shops in your area. I will read this once again. You will now discuss a topic with each other. This must include indicating your views, asking each other at least one question and different question, and answering each other's questions. The topic is small local shops. In Britain, many people like to go shopping in large shops outside town centres. A community group wants ideas on how to encourage people to use small local shops in your area. Together, you are to give some details about the last time you went shopping. Discuss some ways to encourage people to use small local shops in your area. Discuss your ideas and put forward your suggestions to the community group. Agree on 1 or 2 suggestions on how to encourage people to use the small local shops in your area. Thank you. Candidate A and Candidate B, you may begin your discussion.
Hi. What's your most recent experience on local shops in your area?
Local shops. Well, I was at Sainsbury's on Tuesday, but I think I was at local shops on Saturday.
Okay. And do you usually choose a multi-story large mall, or would you prefer a local, small independent shop, and why would that be?
I think probably a larger store or a mall because it's more accessible.
Yeah.
And also you tend to get a lot more different choices. Whereas a smaller store,
yeah,
it tends to be less choices. Sometimes you can get some more deals for a good money. But most of the time it's just easier to do a one-stop shop.
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
I totally agree. And now that we've got to agree on some ideas for this community group, how to encourage people to use the small ideas, how can we come up with some ideas?
I think one of them would probably be advertising smaller stores. Because sometimes they can be quite hidden.
Yes.
So local advertising is probably a very good suggestion.
Yeah. And perhaps we can come up with some ideas for parking, for instance.
Yes, that's a very good point.
Because are you a driver?
Yes, I do drive.
And that's a great advantage with the multiplexes and things. People can park.
Yes, and they have more than 2 or 4 hours to say parking.
Correct.
So more time.
Yes, and especially in my area, parking is a massive problem if you go to an independent area. And you get,
okay.
Yeah, and you get parking fines and the rest of it. So
makes it a bit more exciting just going for a shop.
Exactly. Now, my most recent, I actually love the independent shops.
Okay.
But I can see that, especially in my area, in Crystal Palace, they are closing down one by one because the multiplex shops, the old multi-story malls
Shops
out
are a
of
lot
town.
more.
They are eating them, they're taking away all the business, basically.
Yes, very
Yeah.
much so. I've heard
Yeah.
lots about the high street shops in the news as well,
Yeah, exactly.
closing down. So.
Yeah. Do we have any other ideas, perhaps? Because that was
Well, I think you actually brought up a really good point about extra parking.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't necessarily extra building parking, but maybe a longer stay
yeah.
parking for people who are shopping. I know where I live in Crayford,
Yeah.
they've got maybe 6 car parks right outside the high street, and the rest of it would be at Sainsbury's or at a retail park, which
Yeah.
is further away. So I think maybe if they had a longer stay parking
Correct.
for people who are shopping, they could just nip in and get something from the store.
Okay, all right. And how else could we encourage these people to use? So we've got advertising, we've got parking. Maybe the shopkeepers could get together and come up with some ideas. Maybe there could be
It's a
more
really good
links.
idea.
Yeah, maybe there could be more links and have evenings and I don't know.
Maybe open a bit later
Yeah.
or something like that, particularly make it a lot easier as opposed to closing at 5 or 6, particularly for commuters in London. I know for
Correct.
them it's really difficult to come home and do a shop unless it's open until 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So generally that's what I do. I come home from work and then I do my shopping.
Thank you, candidate A. Candidate B, that is the end of your assessment.